I think we're live. We're live. Well, I'm live. My fault. You know what? My Inner Caribbean came out. Um, I didn't know they were gonna start at 7 o'clock. I thought that was like the pre-draft. I thought it was gonna run at 7 o'clock Caribbean time. So I knew I got till 8:30. But yeah, missed the draft. So I'm just gonna give a quick recap of what we missed. We tuned in at second round, eighth pick. So let me just recap what's happened up first. The 49ers selected wide receiver Dejon Stribling. I think that's Dejon. Listen, I have no problem with new names. It's just forgive me if I mess it up. All right. The Cardinals then selected an offensive lineman, Chase Besantis, from Texas A&M, guard. Then the Bills selected T.J. Parker, an edge rusher. They did need some help on defense. They do need some help with defense. I will say that. Then we also got the Texans, who I believe traded up to get Caden McDonald, the defensive tackle. Listen, Texans defense is not the problem, but I'll get into that a little later. Texans defense is not the problem. Then the Giants went with Colton Hood for cornerback, needed. The Raiders went with Traden Stukes, safety. The Browns went with Denzel Boston, wide receiver. I actually thought, if I'm not mistaken, the Browns did not select a wide receiver last night, right? They chose a tackle. Oh no, Casey Concepcion. They did draft a wide receiver. So they're revamping the wide receiver room, needed. Whether Shedeur Sanders is the answer or not, if you're going to take a rookie quarterback next year, he has no one to throw the ball to right now except for Harold Fannin. So definitely need to address that one. And we got the Chiefs with R. Mason Thomas, who just got picked up. He's an edge defense. You know what? If I was a defensive edge and I'm on the Chiefs right now, I'd be like, yo. Why am I forgetting his name right now? Jones. Why I want to call him Keith Jones? What is that D tackle's name? Chris Jones. Excuse me. Chris Jones. Yes. Teach me all you know. Teach me all that you know, and that's literally what I want to do. All right. Now, the pick is in for the Bengals. Pick number 9 hasn't been announced yet. But I do want to just go over yesterday. I slept on, I hate to say it, the ineptitude of the Steelers. I really hate to say it, but it's true. I had a night to sleep on it, and I took a breath, realized what it is. I'm not mad per se at the draft pick itself, but hold up. My co-host is appearing. 1 second here. Let me get him in here, and then maybe he could also talk me off the edge a little bit from how I'm feeling. Come on. Allow and allow. Hold on while I loop him in here real quick. Why did it end? All right, let's try this again. Yo, already live. You ready to get on camera? All right. Let me see how to get this working. And just so y'all know, the Bengals selected Cassius Howell, edge. Can never go wrong with defense being the Bengals. And Christian Miller for the Saints, defensive tackle. I'm not mad at it. I'm actually not mad at it. All right. And okay. So he'll jump in. So I was again reflecting on the Steelers, trying to figure out how I really should feel. You know, I believe Omar Khan's had really good drafts. The only thing I have against Omar Khan is that he's now been the GM for about 4 years now and has never addressed the wide receiver position. There's been other positions that need to be addressed, and he's addressed them. The offensive line, I like where it's headed. The defense has always been very, very good. Not great, but very, very good. It's just wide receivers is something he's not addressed. And you guys probably didn't see this, but I was obviously watching the Steelers post first round. Is it post first round conference? You know, like teams always have like the post conference at the end of the first round about the pick they just made and stuff like that. So I was watching that, and Omar Khan looked like he was faking the funk on trying to make it seem like he was proud of picking up Max. Again, this is not an indictment on Max, the offensive lineman. Could be great, but we've been needing wide receiver help for years. Okay, for years, and this was the closest we actually got to it. So now that I've had a moment to sleep on it, I'm still pissed off that he should have called the Cowboys. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys would have rather traded with the Steelers than the Eagles, your own division. But you know what? Can't cry over spilt milk. You know what I mean? But Marv, you ready? All right, no worries. But yeah, no. So today, rounds 2 and 3, it's flying by, and hopefully we address wide receiver. Yo, I swear on my, if we don't draft a wide receiver, then we better trade with the Eagles for AJ Brown. We better trade with the Eagles for AJ Brown. Easy. All right. Put a thumbs up when you're ready. I'll put you in. All right. Say what's good. Say what's up. You on camera. You're live.
Oh, one sec. My audio is off.
All right. But yeah. So you know what?
Good to go.
Round 2, round 3 today. The Steelers are gonna make up for that. Omar Khan better not get caught sleeping at the wheel again. Because literally, have you seen the video of Mekhi Lemon on the phone with Omar Khan, the Steelers? Have you seen the video for it? He was on the phone with them like, yo, we're about to pick you up, about to pick you up. And then the Eagles traded up right in front of you. Don't get caught sleeping again. You got caught sleeping. All right? You got caught sleeping. Easy. Don't let that happen again. Fix that.
So you had a chance to sleep on it. It takes it that you're still feeling
not the biggest fan of it, but you know what? I don't know Broderick Jones's current state. I wish we still would have gotten Casey Concepcion, but you know what? They know more about Broderick Jones than I do. You know what I mean? They're not letting it all out. So anything with a neck and the spinal is always cautious. You know what I mean? Am I wrong for thinking that?
No, listen. Based on the position, that's a very important part of his body. Offensive line.
I think based off of any
lining up and
position you
running into
play
a
in any
wall.
sport, your spine and neck is very important. All right.
Linemen especially. I mean, linemen get up there and line up 100 times a game and just run into each other.
So
I think I finally got the winner of the draft for you.
Okay.
I went up and down. I looked at all the picks in the moment. Sometimes you gotta take a minute to take a step back, and I honestly think that the Rams won the draft.
They only had one pick, right?
Yeah, they selected Ty Simpson, and the reason why I like it is because they're clearly preparing for the future. And when you have examples like Green Bay, have there been any other teams that we could point to that have done it right that way? I can't think of any off the top of my head. But Green Bay is an example of what every NFL franchise should strive for. Hey, while we're competing, let's start thinking about the future. Let's bring in a young kid. He's under no pressure to perform right now. He just gets to sit back and learn for, say, the next 2 years under Stafford. And then hopefully Stafford rides off into the sunset. He passed the baton to Mr. Ty Simpson. And they keep rolling along being competitive.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did the Rams win the Super Bowl last year?
No, they didn't. So go ahead.
Is it not fair to say that they probably needed to draft something to help get them over that hump?
Correct. To what extent, though? At what point do you, when you're a franchise that has a quarterback like Matt Stafford, who's aging, who's dealt with some injuries, at some point you can't keep putting all your eggs in that basket. You have to start thinking of the future. And maybe you can make the argument that, hey, maybe a first round draft pick was a pretty hefty fee to pay in the process of thinking for the future. That argument could be made. But I think, hey, if he's out there, you could say he was the consensus number 2 quarterback. Let's get him in our system. Let's start developing him now. Because that's one of the things that I would say that the NFL is lacking right now. Quarterback development. We're seeing so many quarterbacks not stay with the team that they get drafted with, only to go other places and be successful.
I understand that. But not to even be devil's advocate. As you said, you have an aging quarterback. Your championship window is kind of closing. Mm-hmm. Should you not also be putting yourself in a position to be better to win with this window closing? Like, okay, going wide receiver would have been great.
That was just the first round. They've got
but I mean, they could have had Howard Bain because they needed some defensive help. Bain, is it Howard Bain? Did I say his name right?
Yeah, he was the edge rusher there.
Ruben Bain. I knew the name was wrong. Ruben Bain. He would have definitely helped them a lot. They needed some pass rush. That's the reason why they lost.
And I agree with you. Let's say Stafford goes down for 6 games. Then what?
The same thing that happened last year. Nothing. They would have lost. You think if Stafford goes down for 6 games, Ty Simpson's gonna be able to step in and like?
No. Well, it's a matter of thinking about the future. Stafford is not a young bird anymore. Any of these quarterbacks can get hit the wrong way and get injured. The older you get, the more likely that is, especially with Stafford, somebody who's dealing with back issues.
Yep. Now, did you see the Rams post-pick conference?
No.
Sean McVay.
I didn't see
I'm not a body language expert. He did not look too happy. It looked like he wasn't really all aboard with this pick.
I get it. It's tough, but 3 years from now, when Stafford's gone and they already have somebody in house, they don't have to suck for whoever the next best quarterback allegedly is. He'll be grateful for the pick.
He'll be grateful for the pick?
Absolutely.
He will be grateful.
He'll be happy. Listen, he's going to look back at it and be happy that they selected a quarterback. Every single franchise has gone through this. Every single one. You have the star quarterback. He's getting older. Maybe you're unable to necessarily get through the hump. He walks away, he retires, he gets injured, or he pursues some other team, and then you get left stuck. You get stuck holding the bag. No, while he's here, you found a quarterback. Now, presumably,
Do you remember when
I'm
he
not the biggest
was
Rams fan.
he contemplated retiring? I don't know if you remember that. He contemplated retiring.
Who, Stafford?
Yeah. No, not Stafford. Sean McVay, when he was stuck with Goff for a little bit. He was contemplating retirement, and then they traded for Stafford, and then he was like, "I'm here." Now, I do need to give a few draft pick updates. So the Miami Dolphins select Jacob Rodriguez, a linebacker out of Texas Tech. At second round pick 12, the Lions have selected Derek Moore, edge rusher. The Lions do need some defensive help. The Ravens are on the clock, and the pick is in. My insider is not with me right now, so I won't be able to give you picks before they're drafted. But anyway.
Look at you getting inside of news.
Listen, I just do what I do. But I don't know. Again, I really want to say the Jets won the draft, but they're the Jets.
They're going to find a way to do something Jets related today. Won the first round. It's just the first round. For right now, every team, for the most part, it appeared addressed something significant that they needed. I wasn't all that thrilled with the Patriots. I recognize the line needs some help, but is offensive line really where you want to go with your first pick? However, listen, you want to keep Drake May upright, and so it makes sense to invest in the offensive line. But by getting an offensive tackle so high, I get the sense that they might be even signaling and sending out the message that they may be going in a different direction with Will Campbell.
Hold on. Listen, the way everyone's talking about Will Campbell, is he going to the bench or is he no longer starting?
Well, he was presumably the left tackle of the future. And here you are. After his first year, you're drafting another offensive tackle. Something is clearly not right there to make you invest such a high pick in the same exact position in back-to-back years.
Could he not just be drafted to work the other side?
I think this is a long-term move for the Patriots as well. This isn't something to help us now. I think it's a long-term move. I think that they're starting with with the pick. They're just building depth in the offensive line.
My fault. I'm just sharing the link with some folks. I'm not.
Guard, edge,
I know he did not look the greatest in the playoffs. Like, people took advantage of his short arms. But again, he's also a rookie. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect out of a rookie?
Well, hopefully that rookie takes a leap forward this year, and this is just what we think. It's just depth for the offensive line. So you can have a pretty, be able to play 5, 6, maybe 7 deep on the line. But
no, you want to play that deep, but you also want to make sure your starting 5 is solid 5. Listen, you never want to be the team that's like rotating their starting 5. Like, not due to injury, at least, due to performance.
What if he just plays better as a guard? What if they just happen to transition him inside? And great, we drafted you to be our tackle, but man, those short arms, look at what they're doing at the guard position. What if that's what it is?
If I'm a tackle, I'm gonna be upset. Guards don't get paid like tackles.
True.
The Ravens pick is in. They're about to make their announcement, so I'll let you guys know once the announcement's made.
Hey, did you realize that as we are starting the second round here, that there have already been 4 edge players drafted?
Is it 4
and that's on
already?
top of yesterday. I think that was the most drafted position as well.
1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Yes, today. That's true. And was edge the final tally? Was that the final tally for the biggest position?
I'm pretty sure yesterday, as we were looking at it, that it was
1, 2, 3, 4. It wasn't even so much about MLB. I really thought I ran at 8. The draft was going to start at 8 o'clock. Yeah, we late. I'm late.
No, I nearly missed it because when I said we had just gotten home, I was about to drop Lisa off and run to the barber shop to go get a lineup. I completely just blinked on. I just blinked on.
I don't know why. I don't know why I thought it was starting at 8. But nah.
Another edge.
Is it another edge?
Zion Young. The Baltimore Ravens dropped Zion Young from Missouri.
So is this the edge draft or something? Like, am I sitting over here to be wrong in thinking that there was? I thought this was a wide receiver draft. Now, a good amount of wide receivers have gone off the board, and my Steelers still need to listen. If my Steelers leave the second round without getting a wide receiver, duality of man incoming, for real, for real.
Oh, who's the receiver that's DK? How old is DK Metcalf?
He's not that old. DK Metcalf is 28.
Oh, geez, so damn near the prime.
Pretty much, honestly. We need a wide receiver.
What happened?
We need a wide receiver. There's nothing else I can say about it. Nah, we're not streaming tomorrow. I'm not streaming tomorrow for the draft. I got stuff to do, and I really will not know people in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round.
You said tomorrow for the diehards. Listen, you get past the second round. Listen.
The real question is, are we going to go to the 3rd round? That's the real question because, listen, we're already going into names that I'm not too familiar with.
What are they doing? Is tonight the 2nd and 3rd? Or
second and 3rd,
second?
yeah. Tonight's the 2nd and 3rd. And yes, McDuggins, I actually heard that too. Kayvon might be traded because of who'd they draft yesterday? Arvell Reese. Yeah, Kayvon might be trade bait. It's either Kayvon's gonna be trade bait or they're gonna put Arvell Reese as middle linebacker. That's the two things coming out of Giants camp. Tell me, would Arvell Reese work as your middle linebacker? No, and yes, that's exactly what Google and all that's for. Man, ain't nobody care about no damn Bucks with their ruby veins. Get that hat off your head. Josiah Trotter, linebacker. You know what? Okay, hold on. The real question is, forget edge. How many defense versus offensive players have been picked up?
Right now, I would say defense is making the bigger splash. Just going off of memory from yesterday and what's happening today on the board. It's been all defense.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh,
13 in the first round. So that means there's been more offense in the first round.
Hey, Steelers on the clock.
Already?
They traded for the 47th pick.
Thank God. Who's the best receiver on the board?
Zachariah Branch, 5'9" from Georgia.
It depends on.
Chris Brazell, 6'4", 198. I like.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chris Brazell right now. That's who I saw.
I like big wide receivers. Make for better targets.
I know some people did like. I've heard the name Malachi Fields.
Honestly, it's a toss-up between the two of them, just based on their position rank and overall rank, draft rank. I would go with Chris Brazell if I were the Steelers. But who am I? I'm just a Patriots fan.
We kind of. I honestly would like Michael Pittman to be in the shut up to stock. Shut up to stock. Nah, two stock just really too soon. Too soon. Too soon. He's gonna be a will linebacker. Jermaine Enders the Mike. Okay. That's the thing. So that's what they're saying. Like, because Reese can line up all over the field, they might not need to trade Kayvon. And that's what they're trying to say. Now, obviously, they could just be saying that to kind of maximize Kayvon's trade value, because if you make it seem like we have no need to really keep him, then we got to trade him. The value goes down. But, all right, what wide receiver are we drafting here? Who's this?
Oh, they went with the third best wide receiver on the board.
Okay, Stallworth.
Jermaine Bernard.
Jermaine? Is it Jermaine
or
Jermaine?
Jermaine Bernard.
Okay. He's 6'1".
Looks like he's mostly a slot guy.
It looks like. So he can line up outside or in the slot. He runs a full route tree at all three levels. That's good. Really good yak. Okay.
Hey, you get a productive slot guy, it frees up DK on the outside.
No, that's what you want though, for real. Who's mad?
You should thank former Patriots like Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola for popularizing the slot position. You're welcome, NFL. You're welcome.
No, it's not. It's not really that. It's not really that. It's really more or less about What is it? It's more associated with a more pass heavy NFL.
And we all got to see how to utilize them by watching Amendola and Edelman. You're welcome.
Nah, I'm not giving y'all the credit for that. After that. So his comp is Deebo Samuel, and I'm not mad at that. You know what? Let's talk about Deebo Samuel real quick.
Where's
he going?
Where's Deebo?
Is he still on the 49ers?
I don't know. He just disappeared, right? We're not
literally.
At one point, I remember there being interviews of people talking about, oh, we don't know where he is, and he puts this video of him just speeding past the stadium. And really
no, not Deebo. Brandon Ayuk is what I meant. We're talking about the same person, but I said the wrong name. Brandon Ayuk. Because Deebo Samuel is already on the 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
I said Amendola and Edelman. Oh, who's the Commanders?
Hold on. Who did you forget to name?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Deshaun Jackson?
No, he was not a Patriot slot receiver.
No, he was on the Commanders. Is who they think I left off. I think.
No. Deebo Samuel's on the Commanders. Brandon Ayuk is. Okay. He's up for trade. Okay, so he's up for trade during the draft.
Who wants him though? Based on the fact that he just fell off the face of the earth and disappeared, what coach is going to invest any significant capital in bringing that player?
That's
on
the
board?
issue. That is the issue. Not only did he disappear, his disappearing act cost him about $40 million. He forfeited the guarantees.
I mean, if he gets a little money hungry,
he forfeited $40 million for this year and the rest of his contract. So, attaboy, Ricky, thanks for hopping in. But hold on. Okay, name the slot receivers again for the Patriots again. Because I really want to know who you missed. You named
Amendola,
Edelman. I know who you forgot. I'm not going to tell you. You're the Pats fan. Another white boy.
He probably dropped the ball somewhere.
No. He was crucial to y'all. His name is a palindrome, I think. What's the palindrome? No, not palindrome. Not palindrome. I don't know what the English thing is. The first letter of his first name and the first letter of his last name are the same. Yo, he really can't figure this out. No, not Chris Hogan. No, wow. Both of y'all. Yo, you know what, Two Stock? I'm not even a Patriots fan, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Who?
Wes Welker.
Thank you.
The former Miami Dolphin.
There you go. Finally. Not Chris Hogan. Who's Chris Hogan? Is he a punter? But yeah, no. So Brandon Ayuk, is there a trade value for him right now?
I wouldn't say so. I don't think anybody's gonna want to invest capital in a wide receiver that they can't.
You can give a 6th-round pick. Would you not give a 6th-round pick for him?
Now you're talking 6th, maybe 7th round draft pick. Here, go pick somebody to fill out your roster, and we'll take a chance at this.
If he gets cut, any GM who gives him more than $5 million is getting fired. Because no owner would want to pay anyone, any man. Yo, he literally. Hold on, let me take a look at this. Brandon Ayuk lost how much money? Wow. Okay. He lost $27 million for this year alone and lost the rest of his $120 million contract.
So the question is, if he does end up on another team, is the contract that he had null and void, or does the other team
the guarantees are voided because of what he did? It was in the clause.
So the guarantees are voided, but the contract itself
is still there, but you know most of the money is in guarantees. Avion Terrell drafted by the Falcons.
So now he's in a. If you want to get paid, you gotta prove that you should be paid. He's
gonna be on a 1-year veteran minimum contract for real.
Prove it contract.
Yeah.
And even then, after that, they may want to just keep him under incentive type contracts.
Yeah.
Gerard McCoy, the second best cornerback in the draft, coming off an ACL injury, is still sitting there on the board.
It's an ACL injury. You need your ACL to be a corner. Like, let's be honest, man. You need your ACL to be a good corner. I need to know how you're going to react. Like, even now, everyone believes Malik Neighbors is going to be okay. But, there's that little voice in the back of your mind. It's like, yo, I hope he could still make his breaks like he used to.
Modern day medicine is somewhere completely different than where it used to be. And so today, I'm more inclined to take a chance on some of these plays, depending on the injury. You're 100% correct. ACL, corner, hey, that's a pretty important part of your body that you need to play this position. I think some team's going to take a chance with him somewhere after the 4th round. If he's really the second best cornerback, even if he comes back and isn't fully himself, isn't he going to be better than most of the field?
Hold on. Actually, there's a question for you, and then I want you to ask that question back. Are there any good edges left in the draft? Because you need a pass rush as the Patriots.
Let's see who they got. All right, we got a couple edge rushers left.
Okay. There's a few of them. I'll have you go through them.
Gabe Yakis from Illinois, 6'4", 260.
Come on. You're Haitian. Jackass.
Yakas. He's the 7th best edge, and I mean, there have been a lot of edges taken off the board.
And for him to be the 7th best, that's actually why is he falling down the board?
Let's see, plays good leverage, allowing him to spawn, push pocket, effective use of hands.
Why is he falling down the board for real? If you're the 7th best edge, I'm pretty sure we done drafted like 10.
He's got a pretty good. So you know what? That's a good question because he's the 7th best edge. He's the 44 overall ranked best player in the draft, and his draft grade is 84. His player comps are Brian Arakpo,
which is a very, very, very good. He was very, very good linebacker, honestly.
Edges and linebackers are interchangeable. I'm happy that they've at least separated a lot. In the past, didn't a lot of linebackers just kind of get transitioned down to edge rushers to use their speed?
The Panthers select who they selected. Lee Hunter, D tackle. So hold on, the Patriots aren't picking until pick number 31. Yeah. So they're not going to get Gabe Jacka. So by the time it gets to them.
Yeah, the way edges are coming off the board, at least the next.
It's not going to be.
Gabe and the second guy, Kenron Crawford, will likely be gone. So that means that they're going to be picking from Jason Barham, Joshua Josephs, Dennis Sutton from Penn State.
Let me ask you this question. The Texans traded up to draft another defensive player. Why?
Based on their playoff exit, you would think that I can't even say offensive line. What does CJ Stroud need?
Quarterback.
That's wrong.
Yo, listen. No, we could talk about this again.
So wrong.
And no, Ricky, Two Stock, everybody, McNuggins, no, for real. Let me know. They gave him the 5th-year option. They gave CJ Stroud the 5th-year option.
They had to, first of all. And
agreed. But CJ Stroud cost himself a lot of money from his rookie year to now.
Well, hold on. He can still rectify that based on his play this year. Now, the way he fully rectifies that is by making it to and winning the Super Bowl. But he can bounce back and have a much more composed year than he did last year, and that will help him out a lot.
If he bounces back, okay. I'm for some reason, if they win the Super Bowl, I don't think it's because of him. So, if
he's gonna get them there,
let's just say they make it to the AFC Championship, and he plays
Patriots, Texans again.
Mediocre. He plays mediocre. What are you signing him to?
What's the going rate? 62, 63? He'll be in the high 50s. He'll be in the 55s, 57s.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to pay him at the top of the market, but if that's 50? Where the market is, he'll get a 4-year, $200+ million contract, of which about $200 million of it's going to be fully guaranteed.
My Lord, when I have kids, he's going to be a quarterback.
No.
Because mediocre quarterbacks
No. Soccer or baseball?
Now, baseball is not going to be able to keep this up. I'm not going to lie to you. Baseball is not going to be able to keep this up because they're going to eventually put a salary cap in baseball. The Dodgers are literally looking MLB commissioner in the eyes and like, watch what we do. Until you guys do a salary cap, ain't nothing going to stop us. We going to burn some money.
Listen, one of their players took essentially a fully deferred contract just so they could make it work. He's going to be scheduled to be making stupid money in the future. And right now he's just making like $1 million a year, something really low.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that for the Pittsburgh Pirates or something like that. he signed early and he ain't really gonna get paid for another 2 years, but he's under contract for 8.
It's cool.
Okay. Hold on. You saying there'll be a quarterback needy team that's gonna get CJ? For some reason, I feel like that was a sub at me. Like my Steelers might be trading for CJ. But
Ooh.
assuming you're not trying to take a sub at me, CJ's not gonna be a free agent. Fair to say, you don't let a quarterback become a free agent. You trade him away. You listen. If you're a GM and you let a quarterback walk,
and you don't get something for him,
you don't get nothing for him. You see, Ricky, I thought we were friends, man. You just out here hurting my feelings. I'm not taking a sub at you. Wink, wink.
It's raining outside. Don't worry about that's rain. I promise.
Wow. You a little too R. Kelly happy there, buddy. The Jets are on the clock. The pick is in.
Hey, the Panthers selected Lee Hunter. His play comp is DJ Reader, and
another D tackle for the Panthers. I'm not too mad at it. A cornerback for the Jets.
Oh damn!
You know what? They did trade away their corner last year. Did they replace? They didn't replace him.
5'9", 182. Really?
Edge, tight end, and wide receiver. This is their first corner that they've drafted.
I think he's undersized. 5'9", 182.
He is undersized. He's probably a slot corner, but they don't have an X corner. They traded away Sauce Gardner. That's interesting. Last year, they went the whole season without an interception. It looks like they're trying to continue that streak.
With a defensive-minded head coach, mind you.
Aaron Glenn, I really am rooting for Aaron Glenn. I'm always rooting for the black coach. But Aaron Glenn, I know you're better than this. And I just don't know. This dude really is short. They're showing his highlight film right now. This man really is short.
5'9". Forget, not only is he short, there are high school football players that weigh more than him, okay? 182? Size is a concern.
Oh my gosh. Undersized is an understatement. I mean, I'm not worried about him tackling, but he's not winning anyone against him on 50-50 balls. It's a wrap. You know what? I'm rooting for you, Pawns, because I'm also rooting for your coach. So I ain't mad at it.
Hey, are they broadcasting the second and third round today?
Yeah, on ESPN. Actually, no, it's on ESPN-FL.
Excuse me?
It's on ESPN-FL.
Is that the new app that's out there?
That's the merger.
I don't know why that was allowed to happen, but it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And I think to a certain degree, we're already getting a glimpse of how it's going to play itself out.
You know what I'm even more interested in is like how crazy it is that ESPN is going to be like, we're in partnership with NFL, but we still can't show you the best games on Monday night because Prime got dibs or something like that.
Because we didn't pay enough.
But we own you. Oh, it's on ABC as well? Yeah, okay. Jake Galladay or Golday? Golday. Linebacker for the Vikings. Okay, so the Vikings have done absolutely nothing to help their offense which is Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy, which we're not going to get into all that today. If you really want to know our stance on that, watch yesterday's stream.
They're happy with the offense. I mean, you got Justin Jefferson. What else do you need? They're gonna.
Was that enough? Was that enough?
They're gonna waste his years away. I feel so bad for him. His years are gonna get wasted away in Minnesota until he gets pissed and starts making some noise, and then he's gonna be viewed as a troubled wide receiver.
Let me ask you this: if you're the Vikings in this upcoming season, Kyler Murray is not the answer. JJ McCarthy is not the answer. Which is that's on the board, right? That's fair.
Yeah,
it's a possibility. Do they trade JJ at the end of the season like they traded Stephon Diggs and try to start over?
He is your most valuable asset that will get you the most return. So that has to be on the table. He's the best asset you have. You're not going to get anything for JJ. You're not necessarily going to get anything for Kyler Murray if they don't step to the plate and perform. So, yeah, you should start looking around the room. He's the only thing that's going to bring you back at least
anything.
2 first-round draft picks, if not more.
That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. Because
what a shame that would be for a team that was built to win right now to now have to
completely blow it up at the end of the season is crazy.
But you gotta be realistic. You can't sit here and keep wasting one of the best wide receivers. Well,
no, they don't care if they waste the best years of their players' prime. They don't care about that. That's not their concern.
What hopefully gets you closer to winning, building the right team around that.
But the thing is that it didn't work. There's nothing we can do about it. We tried. We don't have to get rid of you. Now, okay, two things I actually had on the board for us to talk about today is one, franchise tag, and what do you think it'll take for them to finally abolish it, and the upcoming referee strike.
Now let's start with referee strike. Hey, NFL, learn your lesson. Every time this happens, you on the referee side? I want the NFL to make the refs full-time employees so we can eventually get to the bottom of what it catches.
That's what the NFL wants. It's the referees holding out. Have you seen the referees list of demands?
What is it? So hold on. Don't they want I heard some sports talk on this recently. It's not as simple as they just want more money.
No, it's not just that much. It's just not just that. NFL negotiations. Hold on. I believe they wanted a 60% raise. They want to be flown first class to every place they have to go to work. They only get first class tickets. They want seniority priority for refereeing the Super Bowl, not based off of performance.
All right, this is where we're getting a little outlandish. Now,
what do you mean?
On one hand, asking for things like first class flights, that's not the end of the world.
No, a 60% raise is also not. That's a lot. Because they already make over 6 figures being referees. I think they're looking to get paid $300,000 a year for each referee.
Oh, they are opposing more aggressive performance grading systems?
Yes.
Resisting expanded oversight and evaluation rules?
Yes.
Pushing back on changes that could reduce job security tied to performance. Wait a minute. So what do they want here? They just want, hey, pay us money, give us first class flights, don't worry about what we're doing.
Okay, all right. So I said it wrong. They want a 10% raise while the NFL is offering 6.4,
6.5 usually annually.
6.5%. Right? Mind you, last year referees earned from $350,000 to $385,000 per season.
So wait a minute, a 10% raise. They're looking at a $30,000.
They want to get to $400,000 a year.
Per year? Yeah, I'm in the wrong industry.
We all are. What the? Yo, I could do a better job than some of these refs.
So check this out. The league wants more year-round involvement, training, evaluation.
Yes.
I'm for it.
They want to pretty much make them full-time employees. Yes.
The refs want to maintain flexibility since most officials still hold other jobs. Yo, fam, quit your other job.
You know, the referees are like lawyers, judges.
Yeah,
and
lawyers,
stuff like that.
judges. Yeah.
That's crazy. The Packers select Brandon Cease, cornerback out of South Carolina. First off, wait, how do I become a referee?
They want higher pay tied to league growth. Wow. So basically, the refs see themselves as one of the players. Like, yeah, we are the product on the field. We're part of the product on the field here.
Yo, but it's the fact that the NFL's like, yo, we want to hold you guys a little accountable for some bad. Listen, if baseball umpires could do it, then there's no reason why NFL referees can't get it. You know what I mean? The first baseball, the what's it called? The ABS, the automatic ball challenge system or whatever.
Okay,
you know about that, right? So umpires, first they kind of didn't want it, but they were messing up so bad. So bad. You kind of had to do it. And now with the fact that they finally got it in, you know what? Referees have been better. And the ones who've been bad have been exposed as truly bad.
Have you ever stumbled into a tennis match? Tennis has technology that tells you whether the balls are in or not.
So
it's like, wait a minute. Other sports are doing this.
NFL referees need to suck it up. Be like, yo, listen, this is the standard, yo. Like, I don't know what are you complaining about?
Also, at the start of last year, didn't the NFL test out certain technology to measure first downs?
I think they did that
for a short period of time at the beginning of the season.
I think they did that in the preseason. They didn't do it in the NFL regular season. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but they're gonna have a hard time with that because measuring the first down from the ball, it's not the hard part. It's when did the referee blow the play dead? You know what I mean? Because that's where you need to know where the ball was at that point.
Listen, how many tush pushes were first downs that should have been blown dead well before that?
Listen, 2 of them were fumbles.
Compared to when the defense gets a fumble, strips it. Oh, no. We blew it dead a few seconds earlier. Actually, it wasn't a fumble.
Are you surprised they didn't ban the tush push?
Yes. I felt that last year enough teams bitched about it and thought that they were going to do something about it. Because the defense is at a real disadvantage for that particular play.
Yeah, because the referees don't blow it dead on time. That's the main issue. C.J. Allen drafted to the Colts, linebacker from Georgia. Pat McAfee making the announcement. Hold on. Okay, you know how we were talking about statues yesterday? Should the Colts build a statue for Pat McAfee?
No. Why? He's a kicker.
He is a kicker, but he's kind of the most he's the second, maybe second or third most popular Colts of all time. Number one is Peyton Manning. No. Number one is Peyton Manning. And then maybe number
Adam
2 could be Edgerrin
won a
James.
Super Bowl with them.
Huh?
He didn't win a Super Bowl with them. Adam Vinatieri did.
He's a punter, isn't he? He's not a kicker.
I think he was. I'm pretty sure McAfee's a kicker, not a punter.
Pat McAfee, Super Bowl. Let's see.
And if
they
he's a punter,
lost. That's the one when they lost to the Saints. He was in that
there you
Super
go.
Bowl.
Then absolutely not. You don't get a. You don't get a statue.
But he's like the second most popular Colts, is he not?
Hey, does Peyton Manning have a statue?
He should.
But he doesn't. So how are we giving it to the kicker?
Again, just because you ain't do it for one man when you should have.
Oh, hey, that's what I'm talking about.
What?
The Patriots traded up to the number 23 pick from the 31st. They traded with the Chargers. The Eagles are on the clock right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Eagles.
Speaking of the Eagles, I saw a lot of headlines that a lot of people were really thrilled with the pick they made, the wide receiver pick. Mr.
I
Lemon.
really hope no one wants AJ Brown. I pray the Patriots get George Pickens.
And the Eagles select a tight end. That's an interesting pick for me.
He won his first title, so he does have a title. He won a championship with the Colts. Peyton Manning. Eli Stowers? I've heard that name before, actually.
Oh, a converted quarterback.
Interesting.
Quarterback will convert to tight end. That's interesting.
He was like, "Yo, I'm tired of y'all not running the right route. Give me a helmet, coach. I'm running out there running the route for him." Coach was then like, "Oh, damn, you did that pretty good, bro. Like, yo, how about you stay out there?"
Okay, he isn't extremely physical when blocking in the box, so he's a receiving tight end.
So
but he was
pretty
the
much
second
they're
best tight
trying
end
to
available.
build as much receivers possible because they understand that they will be missing AJ Brown when he is gone.
Hey,
I feel like that's what they're saying.
That was the second tight end taken off the board. So this year it's really edge players, and linemen, offensive and defensive linemen.
Offensive line.
Skill players are not winning.
Anything. Not the book of Eli.
Oh, what the Patriots gonna do? Okay, edge rusher, linebacker won't hurt for the Patriots.
So you wanted the edge. Remember, wait, is that guy that was we were talking about earlier, is he still available?
Actually, he might be. Well, hold on.
Yeah, Gabe Jack.
Yes,
Gabe
he
Jackass
is
still there.
Jackass with the sack.
To Dyson Wilson, I'm turning up for that. And they're gonna be sitting over here like, oh man, how can we say his name on national television without accidentally saying Jackass? Do you see that there's a player for the Athletics baseball? His name is Nick Kurtz. And they've been telling all their announcers, please take a second and a half between saying his first name and his last name. Especially because the announcers are also white. They're like, because you say, great, Nick Kurtz with the home run!
Oh, man. All right, Patriots, what the hell are y'all doing? I mean, you traded up. Clearly,
break.
there's a player.
I really wish the draft didn't have commercials, low-key. You know what I mean? I understand it's marketing, but like, people want to know.
How do you think the NFL makes $1 billion plus dollars every year? They need to sell commercials. Oh, is there another? No, forget it.
Like, or at least do like the split screen where you show the commercial and the whatever.
Why not just have a nonstop scrolling bar at the bottom of the screen that you could just fit things into?
Because these players want to hear their name called. That's honestly what they've been working for. They've been working to hear their name called. Yo, can we get this back on the road? Jesus. You got like 5 minutes between picks. Put the commercials during that time, not when the pick's already in and we're waiting for it.
Oh, don't worry. The pick's not in yet. Oh, now it's in.
You know, some of the people last night that was in the chat were saying that we need to grow our channel so I could get sponsored by BetterHelp. Because clearly I need therapy being a Steelers fan. The way my mood changed from the draft and on the playoffs.
Hey, that's what fan is short for fanatic. So that's the life of a fan. You go through it's a roller coaster ride being a fan. Lots of highs and lows. Well, in your case, a lot of lows since you guys haven't won a Super Bowl since what, 2004, 2006?
Wow.
Somewhere in there.
Okay. Wow.
What?
Did I really need that straight? Like, damn.
No, I was just saying that
You always
it's a
be the
roller
ones
coaster
close
ride.
to you. Like, damn, bro. What'd I do to you?
Listen, the future is bright.
And you laughing at it too, Ricky? Like, damn, bro. Like, yo, all y'all Patriot fans are just bitter.
Hey, listen, speaking of the Patriots, Mike Vrabel stepped away indefinitely from the team.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean indefinitely? It's not just day 3 of the draft anymore?
It's gone from he's not going to be a day 3 to now it's an indefinite step away. And I don't know what exactly that means. Because, I mean, the season's going to start. Does he mean indefinite I'll be back for OTAs?
Okay, hold on. This is strictly a marital issue. You're taking a step away to work on your marriage, maybe?
Yes.
Because this is not punishment from the team, and it's not punishment from the league.
No, this is his wife saying, hey, me or football, I'll let you decide.
But
yep.
You know,
with the Patriots draft, Yeheb Yakas.
Did they really?
Yes, they did. Best edge player on the board.
Ricky called it.
I didn't think he was going to be available.
So can I ask you a question then?
Mm-hmm.
How many married couples be telling their significant other, leave work so we could work on this marriage?
In his instance, she knows what football means to him, and the more rumors that can listen, there's more evidence that's come out.
Did you not see that? Like they were making out at in 2020 in New York bar or something like that.
This isn't a hey, I slipped up. This is a I've been doing this for a while, and so the remorse is
her son's name is Michael.
Bigger. That's wild. That is wild. That's wild. Wild. They found some posts that she put on Instagram after the kid was born. Like, oh, I wonder how many famous football players.
Yes, I saw that.
So, yeah, tricky. And also, I think him stepping away is probably more so about being a leader of men and the type of person you want running your organization. His attitude towards the whole thing changed significantly from his first comments about it to how he's sounding and looking now when he's giving interviews and having conversations about it. He still hasn't come out and specifically said exactly what happened, but he keeps insisting that, hey, I'm going to come back and be a better man for this organization, my family, etc., etc.
But okay, let's say if I was married, right? And I was caught in a scandal like this, I can't call off of work.
Why not?
Hey, boss, I'm gonna be gone indefinitely as I work on my marriage. And he's gonna be like, well, then don't come back.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree that's something that's on the table. Look at where the Patriots are right now. They just came back from the Super Bowl.
Like,
and this is what you're dealing with?
first off, do you know how bad it is when you're a man trying to take paternity leave right now in corporate America? They're like, what you taking on parental leave for? You gonna breastfeed the baby or something? Like, what the heck?
Listen, I'd say he takes some time and he's back by preseason OTA somewhere in there.
So Two Stock actually just said that he wants the Patriots to get a tight end next in round 3. What's your take on that?
All right, so we got depth for the offensive line. We just picked up an edge rusher, tight end for who's that? Austin Hooper, and what's our other guy? Hunter Henry.
It's Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry.
You know what? I'm for it. Two stock. Let's make it happen. Who are the best tight ends available? We're good on running back.
Yeah, you are good on running back. Oh, are you actually going to continue this nonsense farce with who's that other running back that?
Oh, Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Is Ramondre Stevenson still going to be there getting the ball more than half the time now, or is that done?
I'm hoping that experiment is over and we got some pretty good production out of Hendrick.
Do you want to know my theory on Ramondre Stevenson now that a lot of things have come to light? He told Mike Vrabel, if you don't let me start, I'm going to tell your wife about you and Diana Rossini.
Oh, so he's the one that's been leaking these photos.
He's like, yo, y'all think y'all going to bench me? Bet.
Hey, so far there's only been 2 tight ends taken off the board, which you could look at that one of 2 ways. Either
it's not a deep tight end draft,
or it's such a deep edge and offensive and defensive lineman draft that they're just waiting.
Oh, I'm working on something. I would like for us to live stream the Haitian World Cup game.
When's the Haitian World Cup game?
I think the first game's in Boston.
Foxborough.
Yeah, well, Boston.
About an hour outside Boston.
Yeah, close enough to you. I want to get I don't really like the jerseys, but you know, how often are Haiti in the World Cup? Somebody have to get me them World Cup jerseys for that one. But yeah, no. So, what are your chances? Do you think the Patriots are going to win the AFC East this year, or do you think it's going back to the Bills?
It depends on what happens with the coaching situation, because more than anything, what we need right now is some consistency for a young and developing quarterback. We've got a young running back. The team needs some consistency right now. So if the coach is able to get back and be here from the start all the way through, and so many things have to go wrong, but they're definitely, I would say, at a bare minimum, yeah, I could see them winning the AFC East again. Because what has, with the exception of the Jets, who have done a pretty good job with their offseason, within the draft here, how's the rest of the AFC East improved? The Dolphins are rebuilding, so we can't count on them.
Yep.
It really is going to come down to the Patriots or
the Bills.
And I don't feel that the Bills have done enough. What have they done this offseason?
What have they done this offseason? They got, was it DJ Moore? I think they got DJ Moore. And by the way, yes, Max, we might get embarrassed, but I don't care. We got to rep out, man. When's the last time we've made the World Cup? I was
No,
even
if nothing
there.
else, I hope that everyone does wrap up, because I'll be honest with you, I'd be a little jealous when the World Cup's going on and you go in the North End and everybody's repping their country. It's
Now
like,
we
ooh.
can too. Yeah, no. So, but the Bills did get DJ Moore, which I like that pickup. I like that pickup.
Yeah, that's exactly the weapon that Josh Allen was missing, so that he can get over the hump.
First off, again, I don't think the weapons were the issue, but I'm not going to say nothing about that.
Oh, hey, they brought up backup quarterback Kyle Allen as well. I mean, you need some depth at the quarterback position. That's what's
I
up.
ain't don't worry about the backup quarterback.
Oh, so see, they're stockpiling draft capital, Buffalo, because they traded with the Patriots yesterday, and then with the
Yeah, Max, and I'm for it. I've seen that hype video. I've seen that hype video, and I'm all for it, man. Let's go, Haiti. All right, hold on. I've been focusing on the draft for a little bit. Let's see. Let's get back on it. So, just to recap the last few picks, we got the Colts drafting C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia. Eagles drafting Eli Stowers, a tight end, but really a wide receiver out of Vanderbilt. We got Gabe Jacas coming to the Patriots as an edge rusher out of Illinois. Nate Boerkricker, tight end out of Texas A&M. And Logan Jones out of Iowa, center for the Chicago Bears.
However, he will drop some routine passes. Okay. Second round draft pick. Actually, that's what the same thing they said for the other guy that's the best available tight
Well,
end.
you know, when you're a second round, it's because you're not a first rounder. You know what I mean? So,
you know, he wasn't even the best available tight end that was out there. That's interesting.
I did see that. So, it has to be a scheme fit. It has to be a scheme fit.
All right, so the best available tight ends out there has got some dropsy problems as well. A couple of these tight ends have dropsy problems.
Again, you're not a first round pick, so you're gonna have something to work on before you can really start. You know what I mean?
So then, geez, edge players are the most NFL ready group.
Yeah, it's pin your ears back and get that quarterback, honestly. Not to oversimplify it, but that's really what it is. The Browns back on the clock select Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety out of Toledo.
I would kind of like to see the Browns invest some, I don't know, in their offense.
They've got 2 wide receivers. They drafted 2 wide receivers.
Is that what their first round draft pick was?
I believe. Yeah, so in this round, they got Denzel Boston in the second round, and they got Casey Concepcion in the first round.
Now, for you Madden players, Denzel Boston, if you use him right, he can turn into a pretty good weapon. Big wide receiver.
Who's rebuilding the Cleveland Browns?
I did. Thanks. This guy.
Oh, were you drunk? Did you accidentally mean to go to the Broncos or something?
No. I meant to do the Browns. And Shedeur Sanders ended up being a pretty good quarterback when he's user controlled.
Do you think the Browns... Okay. This is going to sound bad, but let me preface it with this. The Browns can't possibly get worse. So when I say the Browns actually going to be a better team this year, am I too crazy for saying that?
I believe that they will be a better team. I'm a bit excited about the fact that Shedeur Sanders I'm excited about the fact that there's a new coaching staff that's not going to be playing these games. Have a real offseason with the entire team. Give whoever you decide is going to be your starting quarterback. Give them a full offseason treatment. Get them comfortable in your system. Find out which plays they're the most comfortable running, because those are going to be the money plays that you need throughout the year. And actually give the young quarterback a legitimate chance here. Every year can't be a rebuild. At some point in my lifetime, the Cleveland Browns have to have a 3 to 5 year period of sustained competitiven's. I'm not saying
they always get 1 year. They always get 1 year of like a flash in the pan, then they're right back to where they started.
I couldn't imagine being a Cleveland Brown fan. I could not imagine. That would drive me to leave the area.
So hold on. There's a run on tight ends going right now. Like we have 3 tight ends in these. So the Texans just drafted a tight end, Marlon Klein from Michigan. This is 3 tight ends in the last 6 picks. That's interesting to me.
Okay, he seems like more of a blocking pick. He's used a lot on down blocks. Oh, great. Kind is not dynamic route runner who creates separation, but can be used as an intermediate target. Soft spots. Okay. So 3rd and short. 4th and 1 and 2. We might go to him. Other than that, block. Gotcha. 2nd round pick.
So I don't know if the Patriots are going to get a good tight end then, because you know how it is. Like when the run starts, it goes really quick.
Well, listen, they got their edge rusher. Oh, wait a minute. Patriots have about 8 picks in rounds 2 and 3. They have 5.
No more picks in round 2. So
everything else is in round 3 then.
They got. I'm looking in round 3 right now.
Check this out right
Their
here.
next pick in round 3 is
31.
95.
I'm sorry.
Maybe they traded it away early because they did trade up. Maybe they gave away a 3rd round pick today. Because I only see them with 1 pick in the 3rd round.
No, I could be wrong on this. I think that they might have they might have more picks in the middle rounds. Let's see. No, jeez. Really? They don't have a 4th. They got a 5th, and they got 3 6ths. Okay, so this is why
6.
3 picks in the 6th round. So this is why they were making such a big deal out of Vrabel potentially not being here for day 3, because these are going to be the players that essentially fill out the back end of your roster. And
well, the truth is, do they even make the roster is really the real question. So hold on. Let's go back to this back indefinitely, right? You bringing Gerard Mayo back for the interim?
No. What's wrong with you?
No, it's a question. Like, is it not a question, or is it going to be Josh McDaniel?
Let Josh McDaniels run the show for a few weeks.
I get it. Your marriage is on the rocks and everything like that. If anything, like in Diana Rossini stepping down. Okay, actually, no. This was the question that I heard talked about on the Speakeasy, I think it was. Diana Rossini has up and down denied any wrongdoing. Not a dumbass question, a legitimate question. Diana Rossini has up and down denied any wrongdoing or whatever, right? Saying we ain't do nothing, yada, 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 yada. Him coming out here and doing all this, is this an admission of guilt?
Yes. He made it clear that something happened. And that what's interesting is neither one, she's still sticking to me and my 6 friends.
We're on a girls trip.
You know the funny thing when she said that? I think about when we get together, right? When like the crew of us get together, how many pictures get taken? So if one of us were ever like, hey, I was with them. Oh, one of us is gonna have a picture from whatever it is that we were doing.
Not always. Not always.
Really? I feel like there's always someone taking pictures.
Someone may be taking pictures, but at the same time, you might not be in that one picture at that moment in time.
But at least a picture could be proved that, hey, cool, I may not have gotten him, but this was what was going on that day. They can't prove none of this stuff. Listen, when this first came out, I was one of those people who's like, hey, give the guy a benefit of the doubt. He might have a great personal relationship with this chick, and his wife could be super cool. So this could just be normal.
Honestly, I did also think that, again, the photos can make anything look worse than what it really is.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay? Like, oh my gosh, he hugged her. Like, come on. Now, he ain't black, but, black people, we always hug each other. Like, hey, how you doing? We ain't trying to say nothing more. We just a hug. But usually, we do the side hug, that church hug, like that, this was full body to body. But whatever. I ain't gonna sit over here and question whatever floats your boat. But
pictures of them in the New York speakeasy or the New York bar there, dimly lit.
And it seemed like he went in for a kiss and got it. So
just the way they were sitting, if you've ever been to a bar with your girl and you're sitting on the high chair, usually your legs are gonna be open and your girl will have your feet like on your stool. So, hey, listen, I don't know.
Max is completely right. Look at what Max said. I don't care about all that nonsense. It's just people trying to create drama in the organization. They're adults. They can do whatever they want. I don't care. It has nothing to do with football. Okay? But Max, for Diana Rossini, there is questions of impropriety. All right? Because she voted for Vrabel to be coach of the year. She voted for Drake May to be MVP. Okay? She did those votes. Now, they were also valid votes. But the question is, if they weren't valid, would she have still voted for them? Did she really want to vote for Matthew Stafford, but because she getting piped down by Mike Vrabel, she kind of like went with the Drake May? You know what I mean? Like, that becomes a question. Now, people talking about, she was going to break the news about A.J. Brown. Listen, insiders are insiders, all right? However you get the inside information is none of my business. You know what I mean? Like, she got it because she's sleeping with Mike Vrabel. Listen, someone else is going to get it, okay? Mike Vrabel is not the only person. Listen, a leak can be just pillow talk with your wife at night, okay? So talking about, she has unfair access to information. No, she don't. No, she has sources, and one has to think, if she's been in this 6+ year relationship with a Mike Vrabel, if he were interested in a player and wanted to get a feel about certain thing, couldn't he leverage her to, hey, what's your source saying about X, Y, and Z? It's in more of an ethical concern than anything. But do you not think that they do that already, whether they had a relationship or not? Like, you don't think GMs have relationships with some media people? Like, yo, what have you heard? No, better yet, Peter Schrager was talking about how just the other day a GM called him asking him, hey, do you think this player is still going to be available in the draft in the second round? Yeah, it works both ways. Media uses the GM to leak out information.
Hey, Schrager wasn't at a hotel that's $2,100 a night on the rooftop.
But that's irrelevant, though. That part is irrelevant. The information goes both ways. It's for me when she's doing votes for awards, because these awards, just because Drake May was second place in MVP, his 5th year contract, 5th year option went up a lot. Like right now, the 5th year option was originally supposed to be the average of the top 5 salaries. Look at George Pickens. He's only getting paid $25 million on this franchise tag. Top 5 should have been over 30 something, but it's because he never made Pro Bowls and never made any of those that are voted by some media members. There is unfair advantages in her voting. I don't care about her reporting. I don't give a damn about that. Okay, get your information however you want to, sis. Do your thing. You want to bust it open for a source? Cool. Do it. But you should not be allowed to vote. That's all I care about.
What is an effective way of this voting? Because you and I had started talking about, I think we were talking about it offline, but
No, we were talking about it
can't-
when we were talking about the Bill Belichick scandal.
because you can't. I don't know that you can fully trust some of these older players to vote for who they should vote for, and then leave out people that should be left out. There's always going to be like Patriots players on TV today. The Rodney Harrisons, the Teddy Bruceys. They still talk in us. Here's what we have to go out there and do.
They're
And
biased.
I think
They're biased. It's just what it is.
so. If you get players involved in the process, there would be some degree of biasness. And who's to say that there's no biasness involved with these reporters that are voting?
No, I believe there is biasness in the reporters thing, because look at freaking dude didn't get voted in because of Bill Belichick's not in the Hall of Fame because of it. And also, to answer you, Maximilian, right? You're right, but the thing is, even if she didn't vote for them, it would not change the outcome. I've already done the math. All right. So the math tried to say it on social media, and I put them in their place. You are right. In this one, it did not make a difference. But what about next year? You know what I mean? What about in a situation where it's 2 votes off, and because she did that, it did make a difference? The integrity of the vote is in question. Like, yeah, no, it didn't impact this one because it was like not 49-1, whatever it was. It was a lot to a little, but the integrity of the vote is a massive concern.
I see it.
No,
That's
and yet, okay, Dan Orlovsky voted for his friend for MVP and he won. Listen, the real question is, again, this is not now a sexual biasness. This is about my friend biasness. And again, I don't believe Dan Orlovsky should be able to vote for Matthew Stafford. Oh, Matthew Stafford won by 1 vote? Okay, cool. So Dan Orlovsky, the real question they should have asked him, was there anything that Drake May could have done that would have made you vote for Drake May? You know what I mean? But again, it's the same concept here. Dan Orlovsky voted for his boy. She voted for her boo. Because the other thing about Diana Rossini, she has not been shy about trashing her husband on any interview. Put her in front of a mic. She been trashing that man worse than Jada trashes Will. Okay? Her and Jada in a group chat be like, yo, I'm going to one-up you tonight.
I agree she says a lot of foul things, but I think a lot of that was probably taken out of context because there were bigger conversations going on. Now, you should probably watch how you talk about your husband anyway, but I think a lot of those clips were just
to be honest with you, I don't care what the context is. I do not care what the context is. Man, I wish I dated the man. I wish I was married to a man that was more attractive. I'll take more pictures of him. I'm married to a regular guy. I don't care. Hold on. I don't care what the context is. I was having fun in Miami. I can't even tell my husband about some of the things that I did down there.
Listen, that one.
I don't care what the context is. Yo, the context is irrelevant.
So, breaking news, he's going to divorce me. Like, wait, huh? I don't even know who I was. Hey, I know we're having fun here, but another tight end was drafted. Max Clare, Ohio State.
Yep,
by the
and
Rams.
So the Bills have selected cornerback Davison Igbenson. The Titans have drafted Anthony Hill Jr., a linebacker out of Texas. And no, I don't think she should have left the Athletic. I just think she should have forfeited her votes.
Her contract was up June 30th, and she probably wasn't going to be renewed. For these reporters, sideline reporters, insider type people, you can't even, the appearance of anything inappropriate is unacceptable for people like that.
Yeah. You better just you have better luck just creating a podcast right now, honestly.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea for her. Take control of the situation.
Your first guest cannot be Mike Vrabel, though.
Her first interview, if she addresses all this, she do I don't want to say she do Cat Williams numbers, but she do a lot of numbers. She put numbers on the board.
Nah, listen, she about to go on what's Jada Smith's podcast called, the Red Table Talk or whatever. They're about to go there and about to have turns talking about like, oh, your man don't make you happy? Well, I wish my man was more attractive. Oh, my man doesn't even make me happy at all. Oh, well, when I went to Miami, I was turning up. Like, come on now. Oh my God.
Yo, the other day I said that to Lisa. I said, I wish you would wake up every single year on some ex's birthday and go profess your love to him on Facebook or something. I wish you would try that and see how it goes.
Yo, listen, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, for real. Just congratulations. You here is your crown. Oh man. But other news that I wanted to talk to you about, because we haven't really talked too much about the NFL here. I kind of want to go back to continue with Brandon Ayuk. Do you think he's going to play next year? I don't know who he's going to play for, but he's going to play next year. And if he plays next year, Brandon Ayuk, if he plays next year, do you think he can do something?
Listen, he's had essentially a year off to rest.
2 years.
Recharge his batteries.
No, he pretty much had 2 years off because he was injured the year before, because I think that's when he tore his like ACL or Achilles or something like that. And then last year where he disappeared. So he really hasn't been on the field for 2 years in a row.
For wide receiver, you want to keep playing, but 2 years off, that could still be pretty. Listen, he's got 2 years to get his body right.
Yeah, but that's also 2 years of rust, though. Like you could go to training camp and get in game shape, but you're not going to be able to. It's going to take you a minute to play back to what you've been. You know what I mean?
It sounds like somebody's going to be playing a lot of snaps in this year's preseason, huh? I mean, listen, even if he comes back and he's, let's say, 75% of who he was, he still would be a worthy wide receiver to have on some team. He could still contribute.
Max, he's not coming back to the 49ers. He's coming back to someone else. I don't know where he's going.
Oh, yeah.
Not to the 49ers. He's going to be on another team. It would be the dumbest thing ever if he came back to Yo, listen, as a man, you cannot go back to the 49ers and be like, hey, guys, I messed up. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Long gone.
And also, I mean, it's weird because you can't bring a player like that back into the locker room. You just can't.
No, you can't, because
cannot.
you would have to talk to you would have to talk to the captains, the leaders of the locker room. Be like, can we? Is this actually on the board?
And then honestly, he would probably have to meet with them as well to give them some type of assurances that the day that he has a bad practice or the coach gets on him a bit, he just won't turn and walk out. I mean, they're trying to build something there.
No, you ain't lie.
All right, as we get to the end of the second round here, we've got the Seahawks on the board, and the pick is in. Wow, look at this.
Okay, so I actually didn't go over the Chargers pick. The Chargers, with pick 31 of round 2, selected a center, Jake Slaughter. They did need to get some more offensive linemen because they're jinxed or cursed or something.
What did they do in the first round? Didn't they? Let's see. Okay, so they got an edge rush. So they addressed their trenches, offensive and defensive line. They got a... Oh, that's where Keem Messidor went. Listen, that's how you want to be described as a defensive lineman. Messidor plays with violent hands, making it difficult for pass blockers to land cleanly. Oh, the Chargers lost Odafe Owe this offseason.
Not the Chargers, the Seahawks. Right?
He left the Chargers.
Wasn't
he
he
was
on
on
the
the Chargers.
Seahawks and then went to the Chargers?
No, he left the Chargers, I think, and went to the Seahawks.
Oh, then I misunderstood what happened there.
Callie Mack is still in the league.
Who?
Khalil Mack.
Oh.
I would call
I'm
Callie
like,
Mack.
who are you talking about?
Khalil Mack.
No, he did forfeit. So Max, he did forfeit all that money, but the 49ers have said clearly they're trying to trade him. They're trying to get him out the door.
He just forfeited essentially his guaranteed money, is what he did.
Pretty much.
And any other team that gets him, I would suspect that they wouldn't be looking to give him any necessarily new guaranteed money. Hey, we'll give you a new contract, but it's going to be incentive laden. You're going to play on veteran minimum, and anything above that is going to be an incentive. You know who he reminds me of? I don't know if you remember this player, Terry Glenn. Used to be a Patriot, spent some time with the Cowboys, and then eventually got out of the league. I feel like
I've heard that name before.
He was a very talented wide receiver who had some mental things going on that kept him off the field.
I have heard that name before, though. So
Bill Parcells used to call him a princess. Like
that would not fly in today's climate. I can tell you that right now.
I'm laughing because coaches. Listen, the lawsuits that would exist today if these coaches could get away with talking to these players the way that they used to.
Yo.
Hey. What's up with the are they showing a commercial again? Is this why it's taking so long to announce the pick?
Finally. Max, yeah, he did forfeit all that money, but he's gonna play somewhere. And the question is, when he does play for whatever team it is, hold on. Did the Commanders draft a wide receiver? What have the Commanders done this draft? Commanders went.
They didn't have a second round draft pick.
And then,
did you notice that they didn't have a second round draft pick? They chose a linebacker in the first round.
Yeah, no, they did not. Bud Clark, TCU safety for the Seahawks. So do they have a pick in the third round? They have a pick in the third round, though. What wide receivers are remaining, if any? Zachariah Branch would not be bad to go on the Commanders. I'm not going to lie. Great slot, intermediate. You still got Terry McLaurin that can run every other route in the route tree. Zachariah Branch would be who I would want if I was the Commanders. Hands down. Like, no question about it. I know he's kind of would be taking the Deebo Samuel role, but they didn't get a running back either, so I don't know. He's a younger Deebo. He could be the perfect gadget player.
I'm a big fan of getting young quarterbacks weapons that can do a lot of different things for him. So if you can get a young quarterback, a Christian McCaffrey style player, that's great. Or even if not to that level, someone like a Kevin Falk style player that can run the ball a bit, catch the ball, and do a
that
few
was
different
supposed to be
things.
Austin Eckler. That was supposed to be Austin Eckler, but he tore his ACL he tore his Achilles, in like week 3.
Also, how many years has Austin Eckler been in the league? I feel like he's maybe a bit on the back end.
He is on the back end for sure. You want to know something really interesting? We've now gone 2 whole rounds. Only 2 running backs have been drafted.
And only 2 quarterbacks have been drafted.
That's insane.
So all that proves is maybe this year they got it right in terms of the draft not being it's more of a depth draft than anything else. It's, hey, you're gonna get some positions. You're gonna get some edge rushers, some offensive, some defensive linemen. There was a rush in the late second half of the second round there on tight ends. Oh, they're still rolling, right? No, no
Yo,
time
Cardinals,
wasted.
can you please pick?
The pick is in.
They're on the clock. Yeah, it's in, but
How much time? Did they shorten up the amount of time
yeah,
for
no,
the
it's
third
a whole
round?
lot. It's not 8 minutes. It's not 8 minutes like it was before.
I got that for the second round. It seemed to flow a bit faster. But what's the? Do they continually reduce the amount of minutes
They
as the
do
rounds
continue to
go on?
reduce it, but they've been putting their picks in so quickly, I can't tell.
Because are you watching it on? Do you have the
ESPN.
ESPN open as well?
I'm on ESPN.
Listen, shout out to ESPN. They've significantly updated their draft page here with what you can do, the ability to click back and forth with the players that are available, etc. Oh, and for the record, I'm missing the Celtics game. Let's see how the Celtics are going.
Oh, actually, I had that on my thing. It's a 3-point game, 6 minutes left.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open a new window, minimize it over here. Oh man. Did you hear that?
What?
Oh, you didn't. Word.
Oh, you're talking about the TV now. Again, your mic is one-sided, so as long as
Oh, obviously, yes. No, I always forget that. So I can actually just leave it up playing. Word.
Yo, I really feel I'm honestly kind of annoyed with the NFL with how they've devalued running backs. Like it's starting to get it's not starting, it's been disrespectful. But running backs are important, man. Like we need to stop.
Do you think they've intentionally devalued it, or is this just the direction of the game where the position is not utilized to the same in the same capacity that it used to be?
Okay, fine. If we're gonna go with that argument, Seattle Seahawks, who was the Super Bowl MVP? Kenneth Walker, running back, the year before. Why did the Eagles win the Super Bowl? Saquon Barkley. He carried that team. The year before that, who was it? It was the Chiefs. Well, that's Pat Mahomes. So
I think we are seeing fewer. I think the days of a 25 to 30 carry running back are gone. Unless you are built in the Derrick Henry mode or you have the shiftiness and the skill set of a Saquon Barkley. It's all running back by committee. You're not going to have a heavy workload anymore. I mean, isn't that what to a certain degree certain players want? I mean, less wear and tear on the body. Now, it does make it. Oh, so this was the conversation that I walked into, and it's great that you brought this up. Jeremiah Love, who was the running back taken at the top of the draft,
Yep.
who went to the Cardinals.
Yep.
There are concerns about him going to the Cardinals because obviously, hey, their offensive line is not what it should be. However, based on where he was drafted, I think his guaranteed money is somewhere in the $53 million range. Which
yes,
damn
he
near
is one of the most.
automatically
He's one of
puts
the
him
high.
as a
Any
top
running back
7.
drafted in the top 5 pick automatically enter top 5 paid running back in the NFL.
Yeah, and you don't see a problem with he's top 7 in the NFL right now, and he hasn't played a down.
I do see that as an issue because they've devalued running backs, and that's kind of what I'm going with. Carson Beck they drafted Carson Beck. The Cardinals drafted Carson Beck.
The name sounds familiar.
He's the man who's been he graduated 2 years ago.
Yo, how old is my man? Thank you. There's another player in the draft. He was taken in the first round. He's an edge player, something like that. He's a 6-year college player. I said, what? Oh, he's only 23 years old. Stop it. He's only 23 years old.
So he's been in
And he's a
college for
quarterback.
5 to 6 years. Don't say
If nothing
stop it.
else-
You've been in
if nothing
college.
else, he-
Like literally, do you not remember during the bowl games, they were asking him like, how are you balancing like your classwork with thing? And he's like, I graduated last year. Are you playing crickets?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'm just messing around with my button. Listen, if nothing else, he's gonna come into the NFL and be a very capable backup. If he can't be a
The
starter.
Cardinals did not draft him to be a backup.
Oh, listen, that's on the Cardinals.
That's
Listen,
a potential future.
if that's on the Cardinals,
Potential future. D tackle Tyler Onyedim from Texas A&M for the Broncos. Nah, this is. I get it. He's the quarterback. I would have wished. I'd rather with them gone for Nussmeier at this point. You missed out on.
so they're gonna have a
Tyson
rookie
and,
quarterback, a rookie
Mendoza.
running back.
Nussmeier would have been the quarterback I would have went for.
Okay, so they're gonna have a rookie quarterback, a rookie running back, McBride, Marvin Harrison. Hey, it might not end up being as bad as we think it is.
The thing is, they still don't have any offensive. Well, they got one offensive lineman. I think they drafted an offensive lineman in round 2. Right? Yeah, they drafted a guard, Chase Basantis. So you were talking about Jeremiah Love. I don't like the fact that they've downvalued the position, and I know people talking about like they should have got another more valuable position. If Jeremiah Love, his comp is like a Saquon Christian McCaffrey type. If he is a Saquon Christian McCaffrey type, then yes, you draft him at number 3.
When you say they devalued the position, what do you mean by they devalued it? So
They're
you're not
making it
seeing
seem
only
like
as-
running backs are not that important, and you could get any running back at any point, and it'll be just as good.
Doesn't that just speak to the fact that maybe there aren't many all-pro type running backs that are coming out of college year in and year out?
Is it that there aren't any all pros, or is it so much the fact of there are all pros, but you're not paying them, and they have no choice but to take whatever contract you give them because the league is colluded to not paying them?
What I'll tell you is that the league won't just pay you. You have to
Because
make the league
this is what
pay
the
you.
league does. They get you, and then they sign you, they draft you, and then they franchise tag you, and then they're like, okay, now we're done with you. And the franchise tag is such a low value because they're like, I'm not going to reset the market for running backs. The NFL has no problem resetting the market for wide receivers. They have no problem resetting the market for defensive linemen. They have no problem resetting but don't do it for running backs. What?
Andre Drummond just shot and made a 3-point shot.
Oh, you're watching the Celtics game. Okay.
It's split screen. I got the draft on the left and the Celtics on the right.
The Raiders select an edge. Kieran Crawford.
Third round draft pick. Not a bad idea, especially if you're expecting Max Crosby to be gone.
No, Max Crosby's not going to be gone. I think okay, so, you know what? That's actually a good conversation to have. I think Max Crosby is not leaving the Raiders. I think what the Ravens did to him was such a slap in the face that he's like, I'm going to make them regret it, and I'm going to do it right here. Because the other thing is, the Raiders did a lot this offseason. Like right now, if you were to ask me, I believe the Raiders won the offseason.
Yeah, how does this all work in terms of the cap? They spent a lot of money assuming that he wasn't going to be on the books anymore. So now when he is on the books, How does that impact all this new money that they guaranteed?
They're still under the cap.
What does this do to the rest of their
They're
situation?
still under the cap. They had that much cap space. I know. I thought the same thing, but they still have cap space to take him back, because technically, by rule, they could not officially sign any of the players until he was officially traded, which he never was. So they always had to offer all their contract offers as if he was still on the books until the Ravens took the contract. So all offers they made were valid under their salary cap. I think they were going to keep the money that they were going to save from him going. They were going to go after Trey Hendrickson. That's my thought. Again, no confirmation on that one, but that's my thought.
Hey, do you believe the Ravens when they say that they were attempting to pair the two edge rushers together?
Bull crap. That's a lie.
Okay. All right, cool.
That's a lie.
I just want to make it clear. Look, we all may not like what the Ravens did, but they made the best decision for their franchise. Why am I going to give up multiple draft picks when I can just, for money, go out and get an elite edge rusher?
For the organization, they did the right move, right?
Yes.
Completely agreed. In treating their player, they did a wrong move. Because here's the thing. As much as you want to say about the Ravens, they've actually done this before. And eventually, players are going to be like, I don't want to deal with a team that's going to renege like that. It's going to catch up to you.
Yeah. 100%. Pick us in. Come on, guys. All right, the Eagles select Marco Bell, offensive tackle from Miami.
Do you
His
think?
grade 50.
Hold on. Yesterday we started this conversation, but we never really finished it. Are you on the side of I know you rather Pickens, but what are you willing to give up for Pickens? What are you willing to give for AJ Brown, and what are you willing to give up for Pickens?
Pickens is younger. So you... How old is AJ Brown? Didn't we see that he was 28, 29 years old?
Something like that.
He's still got he should ideally have a few more productive years, and even on a decline, he could still be a receiver. He's not all speed based. I would prefer Pickens because he's younger, but I wouldn't mind AJ Brown just because he's been through it and probably has he has a calmer head on his shoulders.
AJ Brown has a calmer head on his shoulders. That's a crazy take.
He's not the crash out king. Listen, I'll take him reading a book on the sidelines than being the crash out king. How about that? When Drake May's not throwing you the ball, just go sit down and pop a book open. Okay, hey, we'll know. Now, what are we giving up for them? Jeez.
That's the real question. What are you giving up for him?
We only have 1 third-round draft pick.
It's going to be next year. It has to be next year's draft pick.
I give a 3rd round.
You think they take a 3rd round?
That's why I paused because, geez, 3rd round, really? So that's a top 100 pick for one of the top 5 wide receivers in the game. One could say top 10 wide receivers in the game. it'd probably be it'd have to at a minimum be a second round draft pick for AJ Brown. And if that's the case, then it would be more for. Do you think Pickens gets a bigger haul than AJ Brown? Yeah, he has to. He's younger. But AJ Brown has just produced so. He's produced for.
Sam Roush, the tight end for the Bears.
I'd give a second and a third in the same draft for AJ Brown. And for Pickens, I would give seconds in back-to-back drafts.
So 2 second rounds for Pickens?
Yep.
And how much for AJ Brown?
A second and a third round draft pick in the same draft.
Okay, so now the question is, what's more valuable, a second and a third in the same draft or 2 seconds in back-to-back years?
A second and a third in the same draft, because you could always package that and go up to get something you want.
So you're willing to give up more for Brown than Pickens?
I'm willing to give up more for Brown in the immediate because he has fewer years left, and you're going to have to sweeten the pot somehow to get the Eagles to let him go. And from the Eagles' perspective, hey, they've already drafted a wide receiver. Now you have an opportunity to fill another. Oh, wow. Paul George. You have an opportunity to fill another hole in your team or multiple other holes in your team next year.
Okay.
And that would be in addition to their pick. So they would have, the Eagles would walk away with 2 second-round picks and 2 third-rounders. That sounds pretty good to me.
Dang. Y'all really leaving Edgecombe alone like that.
Yo, Edgecombe, I don't know. Clearly, they haven't paid attention to what that young man has done all season. He's a nice play. He can ball.
Yo, you know the fact that you and Max did the same compensation for AJ Brown and Pickens. You both said the exact same thing. So what news are
Max
y'all
is
listening
brilliant.
to?
Max
Who's
is
your
brilliant,
Diana
okay?
Rossini? All right, who's y'all Diana Rossini? All right. Who is your Diana Rossini? And how is she handling people from Boston and Virginia? Did the 49ers get a wide receiver at all?
Yeah, at the top of the second round.
Oh, okay. Stribling. Yes. Okay. Because they do need to replace Ayuk eventually.
Oh, the Commanders are up. Here's their chance. Yeah, they have all these. Oh, okay. No.
All right, so for all y'all, we're also watching the Celtics game. It's a 5-point game, 1 minute left, 103-98, 76ers. Ruling stands. They tried challenging the foul, but just know that if you jump up with anyone slashing the lane, you're most likely going to get flagged or whistled.
He was outside the restricted area though. I thought they would have given that to him. Oh, okay.
The fact that Carson Beck's comp is Mason Davis Mills he should have been drafted in the 4th round. Are you surprised that the series is tied 1-1 for the Celtics?
Yes. I don't believe it. They should be going for their 3rd win right now. Their 2nd game they lost it and they really shouldn't have. They kept leaving Edgecombe open. He kept hitting the shots. And down the stretch in the 2nd game, they fell into their bad habits of falling in love with the 3-point shot. They multiple times they brought the game within 2. Did they even tie it? I think the closest they got in the 4th was 2. I don't remember if they tied it or not. But they just kept, instead of working the ball inside, maybe they just kept shooting threes and the game eventually got away from them.
What's up with the Celtics and not defending their home court in the playoffs?
Okay, no, I'm thinking about the Bruins.
Wow,
hey,
they really got that rebound. That's crazy.
Take it.
Damn.
Time out. Don't no. See? Oh, all right, cool.
So apparently I'm ahead of you.
Cool.
But no, that's exactly what you're talking about. Like, why are we settling for threes and not even a wide open 3 at that? Like, honestly.
And don't get me wrong, a contested 3 looks amazing, but that was not good basketball.
No, it wasn't. The offensive board. If I'm the 76ers, the reason we lost right now is because you guys could not get that offensive board right there.
Yeah.
And then over here, you know what? I'm more surprised at the Houston Rockets than I am for any other team in these playoffs.
Why? KD told us all what was going on with the team.
No. KD didn't say it. His burner account did.
Allegedly did. Okay, allegedly. Let's speak correctly all across the board then.
My fault. Allegedly. All right.
He missed the game, and I feel bad for KD because he is one of the purest, most efficient scorers in NBA history, and unfortunately, he's not going to be given the respect that he's supposed to as an NBA player. They're going to always get at him because, well, you joined the Warriors and then you haven't been able to get it done since.
You really believe so?
He's going to be respected, but I think that there'll always be that tarnish on his final resume. The only way you got it done was by going and joining the team that beat you. And then since you left there, you haven't been able to get it done.
Yeah, no, you haven't really been able to get it done for real, I guess.
Yep. That's it, boys. You should have been
what's
fouled.
up with Embiid, man? Why this man forever getting hurt? And the Commanders select another wide receiver. The Commanders selects wide receiver Antonio Williams from Clemson. After all, we all know it's not a surprise to anybody. I am rooting for the Commanders this year.
Oh, he's a slot receiver. Okay, so you know what? They finally got that slot you wanted them to get.
Yep, Celtics won the game.
Part of why I think the Celtics lost the second game as well is they started almost force feeding Jason Tatum the ball when things started to get tough down the stretch. And for a player who's been back for fewer than 20 games, he could only do so much.
Yeah, I guess you really can.
But I do think that the Celtics are the ones who are likely to come out of the East, specifically because when Jason Tatum wasn't around all year long, many people expected the Celtics to kind of collapse, and Jaylen Brown put the team on his shoulders and he said, all right, let's go, fellas. Let's go. Come on. And so when you add now a Jason Tatum, a lot of their bench players got significant minutes this year, which helps the team. And now when you take a Jason Tatum and you add it to that mix of all these bench players whose confidence are sky high, they had more responsibility this year, they got to play more minutes. Yeah, I think that puts them in a really good position. I just hope that they don't, at the end of games, stick with what works, keep feeding Jaylen Brown, let Jason Tatum kind of pick and choose his spots as he sees fits and as it makes the most sense. There you go.
Yeah, what do you think about Wemby?
I think he's an amazing player. Hopefully, we typically don't see players his size. He's 7'3", 7'4" even. He's 7'4". He
is 7'5".
Okay, 7'5". He's got unbelievable. He's got very good handles for a player that size. He moves amazing. Hopefully, he can have a long NBA career.
You want to know something?
I've seen him block.
Hold on. Back to the NFL draft. The Bengals have drafted a cornerback just now. They have gotten 2 picks, a pick in the second round and a pick in the third. They drafted an edge in the second and Takario Davis in the third, cornerback. And technically, their first round pick was traded for a Sexy Dexy. Listen, I'm telling you, if Joe Burrow is just up, if he just stands upright, listen.
The Bengals look like they finally are addressing the side of the ball that
they
really have failed to.
Exactly.
Yep. Celtics won. The Patriots won ish.
You said the Patriots won ish?
Yeah, with their draft picks. They addressed offensive line. They addressed edge. Next up, we want them to hopefully get some depth at tight end. The Giants on the clock. The Giants traded for this pick. Who did they trade with? They trade with the Steelers?
No, they didn't trade with the Steelers.
Jags? Or Dolphins? Oh.
I can't remember who they traded with. Yeah, no, they did know. They did know their defense was the biggest liability, and they sat over here like, listen. It wasn't Jamar Chase. I think it was T. Higgins who was like, yo, they're just gonna get a stop. We just need them to get a stop. And was it T. Higgins? Because it wasn't Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase said something like,
I don't know who made
I don't need no defensive players coming after me. So yeah, no, they needed to, and they did, and that's growth. That is growth. I still think the Bengals are gonna win the AFC North next year. And honestly, I don't know if you want a tight end anymore at this rate, because the run on tight ends was pretty deep, and you guys don't have a pick until another 20 more. You got 20 more picks between now and then. So I think your tight end wish is gone, my friend. You have Hunter Henry and who's the
Austin
other guy?
Hooper. Austin Hooper.
Austin Hooper.
Austin
That's
Hooper.
your tight end. You're not getting a tight end. Accept it. Ain't no tight end gonna help your offense be a little better. That's pretty much what we're saying.
All right. So as we look at best available players, they might get some wide receiver depth if they want to go that route.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Best available player on the best available player on the board is still Gerard McCoy.
You know what? I wouldn't be mad if my
Come on, bro.
Steelers drafted him. I really wouldn't be. It's a third
Some
round pick.
team's gonna take a chance and they're gonna get a good player.
It's a third round pick. You know what I mean? Like, damn, Malachi Fields is off the board. It's a third round pick. It's a good investment. You know what I mean?
All right, the back half of the second round here has gotten pretty quiet, doesn't it?
All right. You know what? I'm just going to stay. I'm going to stay until the Steelers draft in 2 more picks. And then after that, we'll be live on Twitter because we do have 3 third round picks this year. So I don't know if we're really keeping them.
All right, so what the Steelers do? They addressed.
They got the wide receiver. I would double dip in wide receiver, to be honest. But I wouldn't mind wasting one of my third round picks on the corner with the no ACL.
How? What they do in the first round? Oh, offensive tackle. No, hey, you guys need to start shoring up the trenches. Cam Hayward.
We got
is not
offensive line. Yes, we should go with a defensive line. I wouldn't mind a defensive lineman. Best available. Taking a look right quick. I don't know if I really like
Xavier Harris
out here. But then again, it's third round, so I don't really know. I don't really know if any of them are worth it.
Seven, 8, 9. Somehow the 5th best defensive tackle is still here, but the 6th best is gone. That might be a scheme fit. Oh, hold on. These defensive tackles all have crap draft grades.
Yeah, they do.
Xavier Harris is the last one left that has a decent draft grade. Draft grade.
Harris, you saying?
Yeah. Xavier Harris.
Yeah, that's how you probably say the name.
Yep. He's got some flexibility.
But we got a D tackle. That's Harmon. We drafted a D tackle first overall last year, in our first round last year. So I wouldn't think we'd go with D lineman. We would really be going with an edge. Actually, you know what? Here's the thing where I don't know. I don't know what type of defense we're gonna run because before we were running a defense from Mike Tomlin. You know what I mean? It was a 3-4 defense. Now
I
it's
feel safe
Mike
to say that the
McCarthy.
Pittsburgh Steelers run a 3-4 defense. That's kind of their
Yeah, but
thing.
it's again, we're talking about the last 20 years because it's been the same coach for 20 years.
Cowher ran a 3-4.
Everyone ran a 3-4 before Tomlin came in. That was the only defense you ran. So, like, I don't know what defense
that is a very good
Mike
point.
McCarthy's running. That's interesting. This is where I'm like, this year is such an enigma to me because I really don't know.
They're on the clock. The Cardinals averaged the second fewest rushing yards in the NFL last year. And you go ahead and you draft a rookie running back, and you're going to put him behind an offensive line that clearly can't help you get any yards, and you're going to expect him to perform.
Listen, it's... All right, Steelers, let's see who we going for. Who are we going for? No, but I don't think the offensive line was as bad. I think it really was more... we really are underestimating how bad was Tua. I really feel like we're underestimating how bad Tua really was, man. Tua cost a lot of people their jobs and a lot of players their contracts.
Oh, you got... Hold on. Is that why you got quiet? Testing. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers selected, what is his name? Drew Aller. Oh, Drew Aller. 6'5", from Penn State. Oh, man. The last thing you want to read is, hey, Aller peaked in 2024. Oh, damn it. Yeah, we are getting gold from your reactions to these Steelers picks.
Drew Aller would have been there with the next third round pick because you see, now you want to know what's going on? The Steelers are overreacting because what happened with Mekhi Lemon and they don't want to get sniped again. Drew Aller would have been there at the end of the third round.
But time out. None of the teams picking before the Steelers' 21st pick, none of them need quarterbacks.
Exactly. But because of what happened last night, they're like, yo, let's not even play that game, bro. Just pick him up. Now, there's layers to this about why I'm so annoyed. You're not giving Will Howard a chance to prove what he got. You're drafting Drew Aller. And I would not have minded if Drew Aller versus Will Howard is a competition going into the season.
Well,
but you're bringing Aaron Rodgers in. To draft a quarterback next year again?
Okay. Wow, yeah. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I completely forgot about the Aaron Rodgers aspect of the equation. I was like, okay, Will Howard, this kid, Will Howard does well. Hey, pick a team that you want to go to. We've got
You're never gonna. You never know what you really got out of Drew Aller or Will Howard because you're bringing Aaron Rodgers in. Yo, listen. Tell Aaron Rodgers stay in the cave, bro. Go be Bear Gillis for all I care.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't see him just retiring hey, you know what? I'm gonna retire. I see him trying to.
He's coming back. He's coming back Because you want to know what it is? If he wasn't coming back, the Steelers would have said, we're focusing on the players that are here right now. They would have said something along those lines, but they've constantly said, we're in constant communication, and he's going through his things, he's doing what he needs to do, and he's gonna let us know when he's ready. Bro, why would you draft a quarterback in the 3rd round if your plans to draft a quarterback next year? Again, I don't mind sitting a quarterback for a year so he can learn. That is the right thing to do. But you're going to sit 2 quarterbacks or, well, no, you can't even say this. I don't even want to hear this because it's going to be like you saw what Will Howard was last year and you know that he's not the answer. Mike McCarthy wasn't there last year. Mike McCarthy doesn't know what Will Howard got last year.
Listen, Aller is only 1-7 against top 10 opponents in college. In those games, his completion percentage has been 48 to 50%, as well as key turnovers and losses against top 6 opponents. Ugh. He's big. When the minute they drafted him, my brain went to Big Ben. He's 6'5", 2 something. This kid.
His comp is actually Josh Allen, I think they were saying.
Six 5', 228. Oh, they traded with Dallas from the pick.
What you talking about for this pick right now?
No, the Steelers. The Steelers pick.
That was the George Pickens trade.
Yeah.
That was the George Pickens trade.
Hey, maybe it just landed you guys your quarterback of the future.
I don't know. We'll never know because they ain't gonna see the field. This is the part where I sit over here and I'm like, make it make sense, man.
Listen, be optimistic. Not everybody can get it right like the Patriots do, I don't know what to tell you.
No, you know what it was? The Patriots cut ties with Mac Jones and was like, yo, this isn't working. This isn't it. We're done. That's what they need to do.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, they had enough of Mac Jones. Hey.
Yeah, and they were like, we're cutting. Now, again, if you're telling me that Will Howard, again, if I need you guys to either trade Will Howard or not get Aaron Rodgers back. It was a waste of a pick, honestly. Yeah, I was about to say it's not, but I can't say it is. It isn't. I can't say it isn't. I really can't. I'm sick. I'm really sick right now because this is disgusting. Utterly disgusting.
Hey man, listen, be optimistic, all right? They...
Optimistic about what? Yo, you know what? One of my friends texted me today. He's like, yo, watching the stream, I hope you get sponsored by like Better Health because you're gonna need some therapy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You can't be an organization and allow Aaron Rodgers to do this to you for the 2nd year in a row now. No. If
you were to tell me this is what's happening to the Browns, if you're telling me this is what's happening to dysfunctional organizations, when it was happening to the Jets, you know what? We talked about it, but we're like, it's the Jets. Of course it's happening to them. The Steelers is supposed to be a respectable organization. And the other thing is, and I was saying this to myself, actually, I was like, this is the definition of insanity. You're trying something again. Because honestly, you're doing the same thing you did when Big Ben was here. We're not gonna try to plan for the future. We're gonna try to keep running with this until the wheels fall off. What did that get you? I don't know, man.
Who took over after Big Ben retired?
Say what?
Who took over briefly after Big Ben retired?
We had Mason Rudolph, Duck Hodges, Kenny Pickett. We signed the quarterback, Mitch Trubisky. He was our quarterback.
Oh,
the year
Trubisky.
after.
There you go. There you go. That's the name I was looking for.
Yeah, no, this is Basuda Sucia, man.
All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna get out of here. I've had enough
All
fun.
right, go
My
do your
team
thing,
has
man.
done some things.
The Packers chose the D tackle. We're gonna wrap it up because honestly, I can't give you no feedback on any of these players. I just got takes on teams, and you know what? We're about to be getting back to putting out shorts about teams and our perspective on them. So keep an eye out on our shorts. Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph. What are you talking about?
Listen,
Kyle Rudolph. Isn't he
I've
like
been
a tight
working
end?
I've been working on what the Miami Dolphins have been doing this offseason, and it will be out this week. So keep an eye out for it. Make sure you like, subscribe it, send it along to somebody. It's gonna be funny. Check it out.
But Max, what do you mean Kyle Rudolph? I need you to tell me.
Was Rudolph that was one of your quarterbacks for a while?
Kyle Rudolph. Is that Duck Hodges? No, Duck Hodges is Duck Hodges. Mason Rudolph.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Kyle Rudolph, I think, was the tight end.
You're right. You're right.
Don't be confusing me like that, man. Have me completely lost in the sauce.
I knew it was a Rudolph something.
All right, y'all, yo. Enjoy us. You're gonna be seeing some short. We're gonna be in the short territories for the next few weeks. I don't think we're gonna have any long form videos coming up for a little bit. It's gonna be mostly shorts because I don't think we have enough to really justify whole videos to be recorded and uploading. The NFL is about to be in a dead zone. Like, it's about to be the quiet time of thing. It's not really gonna be until training camp. So
training camps are gonna start soon.
Yeah, and training camps don't start until July. So, anyway, you'll be hearing from us. You'll probably catch some videos. We'll probably might be talking about some basketball games, especially if the Celtics make it far. I know you're gonna want to put some videos up for that. But other than that, yo, don't forget, help us spread the word. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers before
the start of the season.
And that's we just need 6 people. We just need 6 people to subscribe. All right. So we're gonna get to 100, then we're gonna move the goal to 125. All right. So anyway, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tune in. We ain't doing nothing but just wasting time and all together, right?